Dear students, welcome to Brilliant Kuwait. Today let us discuss 20 multiple choice questions from reproductive health. And this question discussion definitely will help you for your board examination. So let us go to the questions. The first question is, which artificial reproductive technique can help a woman conceive if both the fallopian tubes are blocked? You know that fertilization occurs in the fallopian tube. If both the fallopian tubes are blocked means the only possibility is to do IVF or embryo transfer. IVF means in vitro fertilization, ET means embryo transfer. So here four options are there. Gift, you know that gamete intra fallopian tube transfer. IVF and ET already told. Then AI, artificial insemination. ICSI means intracytoplasmic sperm injection. So here IVF and ET is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. Second question, which of the following is a hormone releasing IUD? What is IUD? Intrauterine devices. The devices which are introducing to the uterus to prevent pregnancy. So there are a lot of IUDs are there. Out of that IUDs, hormone releasing IUDs are there, copper releasing IUDs are there, non-medicated IUDs also there. So here multi-load 375, LNG 20, copper T, Lippers loop. Four options are there. So here LNG 20 is the only hormone releasing IUD. So here also option B is the correct answer. Then third question, the surgical method of permanent contraception in females is called. Surgical method is a permanent contraception. It can be done in both males and females. If it is males, surgical method of contraception is called as vasectomy. In females, it is called as tubectomy. Here it is asked which is the surgical method of permanent contraception in females. So here also tubectomy, option B is the correct answer. The fourth question, in which part of the female reproductive system does fertilization occurs? Here uterus, vagina, fallopian tubes and cervix. No doubt fertilization occurs in females at fallopian tube. So here option C is the correct answer. Fifth question, Saheli is a oral contraceptive pill for females. Actually this Saheli is developed by Indian government, and these Saheli have one advantage. It has less steroid only when we compare to other contraceptive pills. So the Saheli is developed by CDRI, Central Drug Research Institute at Lucknow. So here Saheli is the oral contraceptive for females. Here also option B is the correct answer. Then sixth question, which of the following is an STD? STD means sexually transmitted diseases. The diseases are diseases which are transmitting through sexual contact. But recently WHO changed the term disease into infection. That means instead of STD, now it is called as STI, sexually transmitted infections. Here also four options are there: goiter, AIDS, diabetes, hypertension. Goiter is a hormonal disorder. Diabetes is also hormonal disorder. Hypertension is a cardiovascular disorder. But AIDS is spread through sexual contact and it is categorized under sexually transmitted disease. So here also option B is the correct answer, AIDS. And the seventh question, intensely lactating mothers do not generally conceive due to. You know that lactating period usually at the first 6 months of lactating period after parturition, there won't be the secretion of gonadotropic hormone. Due to that, that means ovulation won't be there. So here options are suppression of gonadotropin, hypersecretion of gonadotropin, suppression of gametic transport, suppression of fertilization. So here it is clear that at the time of lactation, that period is called lactational amenorrhea, and suppression of gonadotropin. Due to that, the lactating mothers do not generally conceive. So here option A is the correct answer. Option A is the correct answer. 8th question. Amniocentesis is primarily used for. Amniocentesis is a technique. That means the baby in mother's womb growing inside a sac called amniotic sac. Inside the amniotic sac, a fluid will be there. That fluid is called as amniotic fluid. So during the pregnancy time, little bit of amniotic fluid will be taken, and after testing this amniotic fluid, the doctors can diagnose that whether the baby is affected with any chromosomal abnormalities or genetic disorder. For that purpose, this amniocentesis is doing. So here A is contraception, B detecting chromosomal abnormalities in fetus, C treating infertility, D artificial insemination. So it is clear that detecting chromosomal abnormalities in female, that is the correct answer. So option B is the correct answer. And 9th question, which of the following is not a natural contraceptive method? We know that there are a lot of contraceptive methods, and out of that contraceptive method, one is called as traditional method or natural method. That means without using any medicine or devices. So there are 3 natural contraceptive methods are there: lactational amenorrhea, periodic abstinence, withdrawal. So then the last option, condom is a barrier method. So here condom is not included under natural contraceptive method. So option D is the correct answer. Then hormone releasing IUDs are there, and contraceptive pills are there. The hormones used in oral contraceptive pill. In oral contraceptive pill, both estrogen and progesterone are using. So your option A estrogen, B progesterone, C both A and B, D testosterone. So I mentioned that in the hormone used in oral contraceptive pill is both estrogen and progesterone. So here option C is the correct answer, both A and B. 11th question, male infertility may be due to low. Male infertility may be due to low. There are various causes for male infertility, and here the question is male infertility may be due to low sperm count. That is the correct answer. So estrogen, progesterone, sperm count, testosterone, 4 options are there. So here option C is the correct answer. Then the 12th question, vasectomy is performed on. So already this type of question, one question we discussed that vasectomy is a surgical method for males. So here option C is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. Next question, that means 13th question. Which of the following methods of contraception indirectly help in reducing the spread of STDs? So here oral pills, condom, IUD, tubectomy, 4 options are there. Here condom, by using condom, we can prevent pregnancy. At the same time, we can protect the spreading of sexually transmitted diseases. So option B is the correct answer. Next question, ZIFT and GIFTAR. ZIFT means zygote intra-fallopian tube transfer. GIFT means gamete intra-fallopian tube transfer. These two are the types of assisted reproductive technology. Assisted reproductive technology, in short, it is called as ART. So option B is the correct answer. Next question, medical termination of pregnancy or MTP is considered safe up to. Medical termination of pregnancy is otherwise called as abortion. So it is safe up to 12 weeks. That means at the first trimester of pregnancy, 12 week, and here also option B is the correct answer. Which one is an emergency contraceptive? Condom, copper T, oral pill, morning after pill. Morning after pill is the emergency contraceptive pill. So what is the difference between oral contraceptive pill and emergency contraceptive pill? Oral contraceptive pill using before sexual contact and emergency contraceptive pills are using after sexual contact. That means before 72 hours after sexual contact. That usually it is this consuming morning time. That is why it is mentioned as morning after pill. That pill is called as emergency contraceptive pill. Here option D is the correct answer. And next question, which of the following diseases is not sexually transmitted? Gonorrhea, hepatitis B, syphilis. Here influenza. Gonorrhea, hepatitis B, syphilis, these both are spread through sexual contact, or it is categorized under sexually transmitted infections or disease. But influenza is not a sexually transmitted disorder, and here option D is the correct answer. Then next question, the function of government and NGOs in reproductive health includes NGOs, non-governmental organization, and another one is there, NACO, National AIDS Control Organization. These two organizations are providing awareness, education, providing medical facilities. So awareness they are giving, they are educating people, and they are providing medical facilities also. So here option D, all of these is the correct answer. Then second last question, are infertility cases due to the inability of the male partner to inseminate the female or due to very low sperm count in ejaculates that could be corrected by? That means in two conditions. One condition, a male partner is having inability to normally inseminate, and otherwise the male partner having less sperm count. In these two conditions, the only possibility is artificial insemination. So here gamete intracytoplasmic fallopian transfer is there, artificial insemination is there, surrogate mother is there, IVF is there. So here option B, artificial insemination is the correct answer. Then the last question is, the fusion of ovum and sperm outside the body in laboratory is called. See, assisted reproductive technology have two techniques, in vitro fertilization and in vivo fertilization. In vitro and in vivo both are done by using assisted reproductive technology. So if the meeting of ovum and sperm inside the body is called as in vivo fertilization, outside the body is called as in vitro fertilization. So here the question is, the fusion of ovum and sperm outside the body in laboratory is called in vitro fertilization. In vitro fertilization. So here answer A, that means option A is the correct answer. So students, 20 questions are over. Hope it is clear. So to answer the questions, especially in biology, you should read NCERT book thoroughly. If you are reading NCERT book thoroughly only, you are able to answer all these questions. So wish you all the best for your examination. We will meet you in another video.